Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the same world as an anime podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, may I refill your drink? This is Ouran High School Host Club. Welcome, everybody. I'm still working off the debt I got after knocking over all that audio equipment, Moxie here with the most chosen host of the Shonen Jumping the Gun Host Club. It's Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
I'll tell you what, if you host 1,000 episodes of Shonen Jumping the Gun, we'll consider the debt cleared.
I'm a tenth and change of the way there. And here we are at the end of Shoujo arc.
I believe
ostensibly
that is correct.
At time of recording, you idiots don't even know it's the Shoujo arc yet. You idiots still think it's the Games and Cards Act because Shonen Jump put out a bunch of new things, but it'll have been a month ago, so this is really only for me saying this, and I guess Brad. But suffice it to know, none of the episodes for this arc have come out except the one where I'm still keeping it mum, but it was the plan from the top. But no, we are covering, to round this up, Ouran High School Host Club, which I believe is a classic of the, not genre. What do we, I know that these arcs are always that we don't know.
It literally says Shoujo Beat on the cover.
That's the magazine / publishing name.
Yeah.
Because Shoujo Beat, I believe, is the American or Western publishing label.
But if that doesn't tell you
company.
that it's Shoujo, what does? I
mean, yes, but that's not. It had to be shoujo in Japan. The Shoujo Beat is a Westernism. So, but it's in a. I can tell you, this was written and arted by Bisco Hattori. It ran in La La magazine. That's a shoujo ass sounding magazine, but I could be wrong. Who knows? From September 2002 to November 2010 for 83 chapters. So
or is it a Katamari Damacy magazine?
No. Was Katamari around in 2002? Maybe. It's maybe. I don't know. I couldn't gut feel that. That'd be a video game quiz thing. Yeah, it is though. It's like PS2 time. Yeah, because PS2 is out around that time, but I feel like it's a little later in the life cycle. Katamari Damacy came out during this run, definitely.
Yes.
But I don't know if it was out at the time.
Is Katamari Damacy a shoujo?
I don't know if I can say no, there's no women in it. Was there any women
The Queen.
What?
The Queen of all cosmos.
She wasn't very important.
No.
Was she in the original? I guess she was.
Not in the first one, but
You're
she was
mostly
more
just paying
important.
attention to a big dumb man.
Yeah. She's more important in other
Which
ones.
in some ways can be very shoujo in a particular fashion.
Yeah.
So, again, if shoujo means anything, I always have to be like, they're gonna get me. I keep saying it like it's a thing.
Hey, at least we can say shoujo.
Yes, correct. Senin, Genin, Chunin, Jonin. Seinen, Josennen. They're all just ninja classes anyways. Who cares? On Boob Black Ops. We already said that's hentai. We're not covering that. But no, we are here at the end of the shoujo arc, so once we get through all this, we will be riggedy wrapping that up. But before we can get to that, I must get to my patented Moxie summary. And also bear with me because I have this manga physically from a friend, and then I read it and I wrote the summary, and then I gave it to Brad, and it's been a week and change, so my own memory may be a mite hazy.
Well, you better have a good summary then.
I hope so. The summary is also a week or more old. We find our MC wandering around the massive academy for somewhere quiet to study as they're avoiding home. They happen upon the host club and are blown away by the attractive men inside. The attractive boys, I should say boys. These are boys.
They didn't know it was a host club until they opened the door.
Correct.
Because it's like the music room or something.
Yeah, like the fourth one.
Yeah.
The lead host welcomes them in, already knowing their name. Haruhi Fujioka, the scholarship student, a rare type here. The narrator tells that this is the private Ouran Institute, Your lineage matters most, money a close second. The rich must do something to fill their idle time, so these 6 attractive boys have opened a host club to fill the equally idle hours of the rich women, the rich girls at this ultra upper crust school. Our lead host continues to inadvertently, or perhaps advertently, dunk on Haruhi about how low class and poor they are.
It's called negging.
But also how much of a trailblazer they are for even trying to be here as a poor. And a little birdie told us, you're a boy lover too. All this too close attention causes Haruhi to stammer and back up. And they back up right into an expensive vase which solders on the floor. Ah! That vase was to be put up in the student auction starting at $80,000. And the version we read specifically says dollars, not yen. So that would have been 8 million yen. What a scary number. 80,000 is already a scary number.
By the way, I don't know how familiar you are with this, but I don't know how real this is, but it's something I've seen in the Japanese media a lot, that there's a scam that people
we saw that in Mob, where it's like, you broke this, but they push
bring
you
them into like an art studio or whatever, and they make them break something and then go, you got to pay for that, but obviously it's not real.
It's a bit, it's not the most expensive thing.
Yeah, and so when that happened, I was like, is this...
I know, that's what I was like, is this a bit? But it's like...
Are we doing a bit?
Yeah. That vase was put up in the student auction starting at $80,000. No, there's no way you poor wretch could ever pay it back. Well, if you don't have the cash, the lead says, you pay with your body. You are now the host club's dog's body, a term I've never heard. Basically, they are now the club's gopher. Have you ever heard dog's body before?
So
that feels very like Britishy upper crusty.
This is one of those things where, like, when I read it, I was like, I feel like I've heard that before, but I can't put any kind of finger on it.
Yep.
So it's possible I haven't.
I like it. Like, I mean, instantly understood what it was. I was just very like, I've never heard dog's body.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Do you know dog's body? I was trying to work off my ticket at the con. They've made me into a dog's body. That doesn't actually define it very well, but I can't define it super well. I mean, I already did. It's a gopher. You're a gopher. I tell you what to do and you do it, like a dog, I guess. But dog's
like
body. Like
some kind of dog's body.
But why body? Haruhi tells us in narrator cutaway that after so much hard work after losing their mother, a lot of dead moms in this arc. What's up with that? And living with a dad that can't handle money, they got to this prestigious school, but wind up still being menial labor.
Oh my God. I figured out what shoujo is.
Dead moms?
Shonen is when dead dad.
No, shonen is dead parents.
Shoujo is when dead mom.
Shonen is dead parents. You're not allowed to have parents.
Sometimes the mom's still there.
That was like the big thing.
Deku's mom's still around.
You're right.
Actually, his dad is still alive too.
Really?
We just never see him.
His dad is the jazz player that is Jotaro's dad. He's the same man. Just impregnating shonen moms. Are they already shonen moms, or do they become shonen moms when he impregnates them?
Ooh.
This is a future conversation. We then meet our host club boys. Tamaki Suo, the king, lead, and probably most vain of the set. The twin brothers, Hikaru and Karu Hitachin, who constantly tease a more intimate brotherly relationship. Club vice president, Kiyoya Ohotari, who seems the most rich and powerful family-wise. But before we meet our last two, I want to do my normal... I don't remember what I'm writing here. I want to do my normal due diligence. Say there is a lot of banter I'm not capturing here. A lot of back and forth, of feelings hurt, of bits. It's all very fast-paced anime energy. Okay, back to it. Finally, anytime it's like there's bits, I'm like, hey, there's bits, I'm not going to transcribe all of them, because there's literally like, it is like... Rapid fire is an understatement for the speed at which things are going on at times and like being juggled.
After some banter.
A lot of banter. But not, sometimes I do that as a derogatory. It's not a derogatory here. It is a statement of fact. Finally, we meet third years Mitsukuni Hanizuko, who looks like an elementary school student despite being the oldest of the set, and tall, intense Takashi Morinzuko. Hanenzuko and Morinzuka, they're both Zukas, not Zukos, who very actively doesn't say much, the strong and silent type. Haruhi describes their situation to Tamaki, how their home life has been a struggle, dad having his girls over during the day, whatever that means, and working nights, but they didn't want to burden anyone.
It means exactly what you think it means.
I know one other thing I'm going to talk about later that I got Googling this that just made the dad's situation more confusing to me, but also I don't have the information, so whatever. This moves Tamaki, and he gives an offer. If you can get 100 customer requests, we will waive the debt. Tamaki attempts to train this, in his words, filthy mongrel of a kitten. They send Haruhi out to get coffee, and they return with standard coffee mix, a fact that both disgusts and oddly delights the boys and the patrons. Commoner coffee, what an experience to broaden my horizons. This continues to another scene where they all try instant cup ramen. This prompts a discussion of what is appealing, which kicks off a makeover for Haruhi, which makes them, in the boys' eyes, a real looker. Cut to Haruhi being a host, which seems to be going pretty well. Their genuine self seems to be a big novelty to the guests, and they go over, well, why did I write that twice? We then learn Haruhi was cut by a blade hidden in one of their textbooks before they find all of their books tossed in a puddle outside. Who could do this? One of the female patrons, it seems. Rich people really hate poor people. Huh. Interesting. I thought it was only in fiction. Despite his pretty boyness, Tamaki dives in to help recover the objects. Then all the boys fancy bully the girl patron who did this, showing a mountain of evidence in the process. Such ugliness is not allowed here.
To be very clear, she can always requests Tamaki,
yes,
the main one, and Tamaki was spending a lot of time with our MC, and she got jealous.
Yes, but I do also think there's a money element in it.
Oh, probably, yeah. Because
I feel like something was mentioned, but that very obviously could be one of my biases.
Yeah, she says some stuff about them being poor.
Yes. So yeah, he dives in, he gets all the stuff. They fancy bully her. Such ugliness is not allowed here. But for this trouble, Haruhi's goal is raised to 1,000 requests. The chapter ends with Haruhi's ID falling out. We learn in a shocking twist that Haruhi is a girl. End of chapter 1. I don't want to put it like it's a better reveal than that, but it's anytime you get an excuse to do one of them, you go for it. But no, this is not a bad. Usually when I do that, we read our shonen, jump new garbage, old garbage. So I have been hearing about Ouran High School Host Club for a very long time. This was, I know, a big one when I was in college, I remember, and I like super get it because this is like I don't know how I have this sensation in my body, but this has huge anime club energy to me. And I don't know if that was just because I was kind of in anime clubs at the time that this would have been getting an anime over in America.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen any of it. I literally knew nothing beyond its name and its popularity. Did you have any relationship with it before we came to it? Did you?
I've known of it. I've definitely seen the boys before.
Yeah.
And girl.
Yes.
But that's, I think, probably besides the hook of it's a host club. I don't have like any information.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think either of us would have naturally landed on this manga without this arc, if I'm being incredibly honest about it. But at least compared to some others, so it's like I never had heard of Banana Fish before.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other ones, I'm trying to remember the arcs. It's been a hot second. What was before Banana Fish?
Fall in Love, You False Angel.
That's what it was. I mean, I hadn't heard of that one because that was fairly new. But suffice it to say that the majority of these outside of Cardcaptor, I don't think I were able to come across.
Yeah.
I should get to the thing. I had a fine time with this, but it was like such a strong sensation of this isn't for me and this isn't my vibe, but I super get somebody being into this, especially if they were in high school or college or around that time. Like this like I said, I think that's why it feels very anime club, is this feels very like teenager, like the gender stuff can be very subversive. I mean, in what we've done in this chapter, like I think it's fine. I think it's good. I don't think it's like I don't feel I plug into it in my personal community experience, but I don't think it's like, oh, this one's on thin ice with me. It's like I liked what they did. I guess it's like my brain was like, this is good, but my emotions never woke up for it.
Okay.
I don't know. What was your experience? I don't want to disrespect it, but also I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's really interesting that you say that because I feel exactly the same way.
Weird.
Like not even a tiny bit different. Exactly the same way.
Weird. Interesting.
Where it's like, yeah, okay. not for me.
But not like, yeah, but I know I sometimes, like, it's, I always have to be clear, because sometimes I just go like, and that's like again, derogatory negative, and it's like, it's not here. It's just like, so
I imagine
like all the pieces were there. Like I get it. Like the character, like the art was very of its thing. You can, there's bigger conversations of like, I wish when we had Pretty Boys, they looked more different. There was more variety, because I'm always going to be like, because it's like the Japanese Pretty Boy and the very slight variations you get when you have a set of them are always very just like, I didn't like the base Japanese Pretty Boy. All of the other versions of this aren't going to be particularly like, oh yes, they have to be. I mean, I'd say they have to be the furry boys from Wise Wizards, but there's more variety that we don't, because there's no hunk. There is no hunk we have.
Well, I mean, I think the big one is supposed to be that.
He's supposed to be a hunk, but he's not a hunk.
Here's the thing, though. This is what's most interesting to me, because I was prepared to come into this and say, oh, I think we're not into it for different reasons. But honestly, it sounds like we're not into it for exactly the same reasons.
This is strange, Brad. I was not expecting this. Like, it's not like I'm going to say this all the time. Like, it's not bad. It's not just like, I'm not sexually attracted to boys, and thus there's nothing here for me. Because that's not like, there is stuff going on here that is interesting. Again, the gender stuff is interesting. If I read this when I was younger, I feel like that would have been more provocative to me. But it's not like, sometimes I roll my eyes at that, where it just feels like they're trying to like pump a reaction, and it is, but it feels like, because this entire thing, like, I can tell both in my reading and then my little bit of research, then it's like, this is written not tongue-in-cheek is the wrong word, but like there's a certain level of self-awareness, and what's the other word I want besides that, I don't know, like, because it's like the whole, like, the two brothers that love each other, and it's like, this is I don't want to say a bit. Again, I just don't have the language for this properly to express how I'm feeling about it. It's like
an act.
No, it's like this is a pastiche. That's too big of a word. Like, this is not even a send up. Like, this is again, all these words are too big for the level of it I'm trying to come at it. But like, this is something that is commenting on other things that do these things. Like, I feel like this is a manga that is commenting on boy love stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But it is, and it's clearly written by somebody who I think likes it, but is also poking at it, is my sensation of it, I guess. I don't know that to be true.
So speaking of big words, and this is a bit of an aside, at the beginning when it's talking about like, oh, they need to find stuff to do because they're rich. Very specifically, they have a surfeit of leisure time.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Oh, it's the opposite of a dearth. Was that a thing that we ever talked about on microphone?
I looked it up at the time, and I was like, oh, the word I'm looking for is surfeit. Yes. Because I had dearth wrong. I saw that. I was like, oh
my goodness. Did we ever talk about that on podcast? I feel like that was a thing you talked. I think, or at least I figured out that you didn't know what dearth meant.
I'm pretty sure that was on mic.
Okay, good.
Somebody can tell us.
Yeah,
Somebody else will remember.
I can see myself in the kitchen talking to it through my kitchen window, but that might have been us talking about it a second time. But yeah, like this feels more smartly written than it might appear on the surface.
Well, I did find it interesting at the very beginning of this, because we have the first volume, even though we didn't read the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a little sort of
I tried to skip that.
Comment.
Did I read that one, or is this one where I skipped it or not? I don't remember.
I read it because I didn't know if it was relevant, and it wasn't.
I skipped it. I read the little preview bit that was an extra bit for Fruits Basket.
Okay.
Which also included boys.
But so the little beginning part was about the mangaka and 3 other people that they're working with. I don't think they were assistants, but it was like the editor and somebody went to a host club. And it very much painted it as, I'm doing this manga, I need to go to a host club and see what host clubs are about. I don't know anything about host clubs. Which I found interesting, because I sort of feel like...
Because then what was the drive of...
Why were you going to write this in the first place?
But like I said, it feels like more intelligent than it lets on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, even for how quick-paced everything, because this could very easily just be... I want a better word than slop. It's not slop.
No.
But like, this could be very fast food, we'll say. Let's say that.
Yeah.
And not bad fast food, but it could be very like surface level. And that's why I said, it's like, I get the sensation both through my own reading and stuff I saw that there's more going on under the hood, even if it is fun and flashy in a very appealing way to a certain set of people that likes that tone more. And maybe the Pretty Boys. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd have a better time if like the art was different or the boys were more varied in a way that was more, and not just like everything needs to conform to my taste. But it's like I'm on record many times going like, I don't like the Japanese Pretty Boy. I like these designs a little bit. I like their personalities a little bit. I don't like love them. I'm not like, oh man, these guys are great, or I'm excited to spend more time with them. It's like, no, like again, my brain is the one doing all of the talking here, and my heart is just very, yeah. I took it in.
Don't like most of their personalities.
I guess it was like they built them. I guess maybe, I don't know. Like they built them. They're clear.
Yeah. No. I mean,
that's why I don't want to spend more time with them necessarily. I don't think they are badly built. They are.
I don't.
They are people. They have at least slightly more.
It doesning make them bad characters.
No. Yeah. No. I don't.
But if I'm going to get connected to something like this, I need to like them.
It also doesn't. And in time in my own position in life has shifted, in that spending time with a bunch of rich idiots is not something I want to do, which is not a mark against the manga. Is just that, again, it comes back to, this isn't for me. The fact that they're like, a commoner likes this, and there can be comedy in that, and I think they find comedy, but it's just not. This is so strange. Hi, everybody. It'll have been like a month since you've heard this, but like it feels so interesting talking about this on the heels of us recording Roku's House of Odysseys, where I'm like, this. What?
You said Roku's House of Odysseys.
I said oddities. I guess I just slid through it. So the Odyssey. Roku's on an Odyssey. He's not.
Hey,
he's
check
never
out
leaving that
Words About
house.
Books. Who they
cover the Odyssey. You're correct. Nobody blinded me. But like that was one where I went, these jokes aren't funny. And this was one. Ouran House Club was, I can see the humor here. This isn't my tone. Like this is not my style of humor. But I can see setups and payoffs and bits and rat-a-tat-tat, like I can see craft and actual jokes being made and set up and paid off, again in like scatter like an automatic shotgun you shooting pellets, like really quick succession, all like, and every panel like there's just stuff going on and there's bits, and I can see the crafts work of it as opposed to Roku, where I'm just like constantly like, what are you doing? You've written a funnier manga artist. But like again, it's never like, I never was like big belly laugh or like, huh. I was like, yeah. But it was always like in a more like a less annoyed way, I guess. I don't know how to put it.
Speaking of like the quick fire nature of it, I did find there was one interesting thing about the way that this first chapter was set up. I felt like it was multiple, sort of vignettes all stuck together.
Yes. It's very, through that and the other, that rat-a-tat-tat, reading this feels like watching an anime.
Yeah.
Like, I would be fascinated to watch this anime.
There's definitely a connecting line that it's like, it's not jarringly like, oh, now we're doing something else.
No, it's never jarring, but like you said, it's very vignette and it lands, it goes and it lands, and then it moves on to the next thing, but it's never just like, this is like time is
it feels like a commercial break.
It feels like, an anime happens where it's like, and now we're doing this, and here's the interstitial.
Yeah.
Brad, we didn't reload anything this chapter.
You reloaded Card
Captor. I read Card Captor and regretted it. And we have enough time. We have a while for now, so I don't know when we would do this. Do you want to reload this by watching the first episode of the anime and see if, when it's acted and has timing pacing, we would have a different experience? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. No,
like, I don't want to.
I'm in for that.
I don't want to read more of this, because it's like, if I'm going to reload anything on this arc, it's Banana Fish, and that's the one that's the most just. Well, I just want to read more and talk about more Banana Fish. I don't think there's anything new to find.
Yeah.
And also, I read more in Banana Fish when I was trying to figure out where the heck I stopped reading.
We're going back to the Foxbox arc, guys.
Yeah, but that's what I feel. I want to give this manga a better shot, and I feel like it reads like that. And I'm curious. I would honestly love to watch the dub of it, because I feel like that's when you have a lot of rat-a-tat-tat stuff, and this is of an era that the dub probably hopefully got more time to cook. But I don't know that. I mean, maybe I'll do some like little sourcing of like, do people like the Ouran Host Club hub dub? I don't know. There's just something in me that feels like that might give it a better shake, because it feels like that in written form, but not in like a, oh man, it's missing something in this. But it just feels like, man, this feels like it works really well as a manga, but it really feels like it would hum with like music and interjections and all that, like voice, sound, and music.
And especially because, I mean, like neither of us is like, oh, this is bad.
No.
We just didn't click with it. And so maybe getting the extra, the audio visual to it would turn it around somehow.
I think it's the rhythm of it. Because, like, that's the thing that sometimes can be good and bad about manga and anime. It's like a manga is like you're moving at your own pace.
Mm-hmm.
It was my big worry when years ago they were making the Frieren anime, and I was like, don't make it like other anime. It has to move at a really particular pace.
Guess what?
And it do. It moves great.
Some people think it don't be like it is.
But it do. But sometimes it's like, in an opposite one of that, because I've been waking my way through and loving the Full Metal Alchemist manga after not liking the anime a lot. Not even not liking, just sliding off of it. And it's like the pacing, the rhythm of me reading through it, I like more than the anime's rhythm. Like, I think it's more than just pacing and speed. Like, rhythm is its own kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And that's, with all books, you are the reader controlling the rhythm. The writer is also kind of doing it.
There's tricks that an author needs to use in order to get you to move through things at a good speed. And pacing is a big part of that.
But also some of it's just the way dialogue
Yeah.
goes. Like I said, where it's like there's constant these back and forth as the main line is moving through. And I'm just curious to see, like I said, I can just feel somewhere in my body that would be interesting.
That's interesting, because I did have a thought while I was reading through this, because it has a lot of sort of like asides. There's like little text outside of the speech bubble that says like it's the person still talking, but they're talking like
it's the little like
or
I can't stop writing bits and jokes for these goobers.
Right. And honestly, when
I can respect that.
When I see all that stuff all over the place, it's sort of hard for me to read it at the right speed, basically. So a lot of times I'm sort of like skipping over things like that, or sort of like not taking them in fully, even though I'm reading the words.
But it's like, it's that little like chatter thing. It's like a little side eye.
So I think
corner of your eye kind of stuff.
I think you're probably right that the anime would really.
I think it's rhythm
do that differently,
because I know it was very popular. But I mean, we also know popularity doesn't always speak to quality of something. But also, like, I think this manga is.
I was just
Perry the lead. I don't want to say that yet.
Yeah, I was flipping through this
to
double check myself on what I was talking about the text, and I just opened to this one panel, and I think this panel is sort of the quintessential "I'm not into these boys" panel.
Yeah.
So the smallest one.
Yeah, the one
who's
that looks
actually
like a little boy,
oldest.
who's the oldest, which I like that as a bit. Like that feels very like specific.
Look at this.
And his big eyes.
Doesn't that look wrong?
They they have that shoujo like big sharp heads, big like big bug eyes.
Yeah, but he looks like he's got tears under his eyes.
I know.
And stuff.
I agree with
and
you.
It's just like what?
The way they draw eyes, especially of our lead, sometimes is very just like, what has he gone through?
Yeah,
or what has she gone through?
And I just flipped to that, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, there's the eyes. The eyes are a little buggy.
Like a lot of them are fine on the previous page. Like I'm not into that, but he's fine,
Yeah.
But that one, I was just like,
some of the characters, their eyes when they do close-ups are a little too big on a featureless face, and like I said, there's a little too many details that make it look to me like little bug bits. And it's not the intention, but it's how my brain reads it.
I'm definitely not into this art style.
No.
Although there are other things that I read that have this art style that I connect to. So it's not that the art style itself completely turns me off.
Yeah.
But just coupled with other things.
There's just nothing here for us.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I guess before I start moving in, unless you have other major thoughts, I guess we should try to guess where it goes a little bit. The one thing I know, I guess, to move us into that is that in that way that's always complicated with Japanese media, I think her dad is a cross-dresser / trans ? Shrugging
wasn't
shoulders.
Sure. Based on what, like that one panel, I was like, I don't understand what you're trying to convey to me right now.
Because in chapter 1, I think you're supposed to read it that he's like a womanizer that blows away all the money, but then it's like works at night, and you're like, huh. But I remember because I was trying to look up the gender stuff because I was curious about that then afterwards, as an Alphabet Mafia member, and I wanted to see, it's like, is this good? Does the community like this? Or is this, like, it's nothing bad happened in the first chapter that made me put on alert, but it's like, I like to poke your head in. And I learned my lesson with fucking Cardcrafter Sakura. But no, that was another thing that I learned. So there's like a lot of gender stuff going around with her in that weird Japanese style that is somehow both further along than us at the time it came out and also somehow weirdly its own branch / backwards at the same. Yeah. Very confusing. It's very much like you got the spirit right. That's what counts mostly, usually.
So you think the dad works in some kind of club?
I think he's a mama-san at a bar. Like I know specifically there is in the Yakuza games when you're in the Champions District where there's all the tiny bars, which is based off of a real space in somewhere in I think Tokyo, but maybe somewhere else. There's always one. There's a couple that it's like this is the mama-san, but it's like very clearly it's like this is a cross-dressing man or something to that effect. However, again, that's why it's so confusing in anime. Going back to that now with all my other verbiage, where I'm like, are they just a crossdresser? Are they trans? And we didn't have the words for it then, or they didn't localize it like that. How do they think about themselves? And the answer is you'll never know. It's not important enough for them to ever tell you.
Yeah.
So I just have to go.
Because even if they are trans, they're not going to be out. They'll just be cross-dressing because being actually trans would be dangerous.
Yeah.
But apparently,
also you can
just cross-dressing is fine. So.
Okay, side note that has nothing to do with anything besides transness. I have somehow only learned recently that and maybe this was like a freaking psyop hallucination I had last night because I don't even remember how I found it exactly. I learned that inside Twin Peaks, there is a trans femme FBI agent that is played by Fox Mulder's actor from The X-Files, and my brain exploded at this fact.
Huh.
I never knew any of that, and I'm like, is this real? Well, it's like I don't remember even how I found it, but I was just like, "That's incredible!" Did I dream that? I'm feeling like I dreamt that because that feels like a mix of things.
I don't have any information about that.
So it's like David Duchovny's Fox Mulder. I fucking love Mulder.
The information I do have. Have you ever heard of the show Blacklist? The Blacklist?
Maybe.
So, and this is huge spoilers, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Good luck there.
How old is the show?
So, it ended. I don't know.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Who cares? I say, ask for it.
The main person in that, Raymond Reddington, played by James Spader, amazing actor. At the end, we find out that he is actually, there was an original Raymond Reddington who died, who was the one FBI agent's dad, and then her mom, who was like a Russian spy or something, transitioned and took over Raymond Reddington's
I don't know.
identity.
I don't know if that's a W. I don't know if that's a community W or not. That one's confusing.
It is. It's
I'm
very
sure there's
confusing.
more context.
The whole show's confusing.
Yes.
Anyway.
Back on track. But no, future predictions. I feel like this is a slice of life. There's just more wacky hijinks.
Probably.
I'm sure she gets more bits. I'm curious how much they'll keep secret that she's a girl to the patrons unless they all already know.
Question then. When did you figure it
out? I didn't figure it out until the ID card came up. But okay. I think I was like, I think I do because it's the boy clothes stuff, but that's also very much of like I met these people. I get that, like that's why it's like none of this was like it wasn't just like oh my gosh what a twist or whatever. It was like oh yeah, it's like yeah I know people like that where it's just like I know I mean there's the bigger conversation about meeting trans people moving in either direction in general. Some people are just like I didn't want to do all that and I just want to wear my comfy boy clothes or whatever the heck. And some people are like I want to be all dressed up and gussied up and that's why I'm moving in this direction. Partly why, but it's always so interesting to me to see people moving in either direction on that. It's just people just want to be what they want to be, and I feel like that's just an easier way to live with things, personally.
So I didn't figure it out.
Yeah. When did you start?
Definitely the at the very end when it's revealed.
Yeah. I mean, how couldn't you? They tell you directly.
I did go. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like my thing in December. What? I'm like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's neat. That makes sense.
Basically, right away, I was like, oh wait, that's a girl. And then they kept going, and I was like, oh, maybe not.
What made you go, that's a girl? From the look, the name? Like, what was it?
I can't put my finger on it, but it was basically all of the things that were going on.
Yeah, I think I just had no reason to think about it in that way, so I just, that
to
radar
seeing
never
the boys, there was just a lot of things layered that it went into my head as, that's a girl, right? And then I think it was when they got to the... changing the uniform thing, I was like, "Oh no, can't be a girl." Like they
would have seen. I think I had
that
thought.
But then it came back around and it was like, Oh, I was right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Do you have any guesses about what it moves towards?
I mean, we can't really do reload guesses on this because we're just going to watch.
Yeah,
the
no, this
anime.
isn't like a reload guess.
But
I mean, right now we're going to land the plane somewhat and do the shoujo arc wrap up.
I definitely think it would be the sort of slice of life things where it's like, oh, it's going to be the sports festival, and it's going to be there's a person,
but they're rich. They're they're literally stupid rich.
Yeah, but they still do that stuff.
I guess, but they would do it differently.
So, I mean, it'll just be all the normal slice of life stuff, except they're boys and they do stuff that's
cute,
provocative.
Yes.
So,
yes,
he took his shirt off to get in that pond. How?
And he got gross with gross pond water or something or other. Brad, thoughts and feelings.
You think that this is good to great.
I would, yes, that is my exact. That's exact. I was about to say feelings. That's my exact thoughts.
That is what we think objectively.
Yes,
about
I think
the
this
quality
is good to great.
of all of everything involved.
We read.
Feelings. I think I'm just going to go with good. I'm not going to drop it lower than that.
Feeling fine. Parentheses. Not for me.
Yeah.
Straight up. Have we had one like this where we were both just so instantly like we both had the exact same experience of just going, Meh.
I'm sure there's at least another one that was very similar. I think generally though, we're not turned off by the same things. We each have our own thing that was like, no, that was too, I didn't like that. And oh, you didn't like that thing. But this one, I think we're very aligned on.
Weirdly aligned, which I don't think we've had when we were so aligned on something, but we could both go, there's clearly quality and craft here. It's just, this isn't my house.
I feel like if this was done in a different style, I would be more inclined to continue with it and like enjoy it.
Oh yeah, an art style can change at least for me. I don't know your thing. An art style can change the tone of something.
Yes,
completely.
but I feel
and if they didn't look like weird bug alien boys,
yeah.
If they actually looked like boys that I thought were cute or had more of a variety, like yeah, maybe even if all the jokes and all the verbiage and all the general framing was exactly the same, I think I would have a different experience.
But I think this is where we could come to odds, because I think if this was just in a more modern style, that I would be more inclined to
you
it.
Think? Okay.
But for you, obviously, it would be like, oh no, it's the regular style. I'm not into this.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it would help just by virtue of like I didn't find it. Like again, I don't know. It's like I can find boys cute. I just didn't. None of these designs, but like that's not really the main purpose of why wasn't for me. Not just like I didn't find the boys are cute. There was nothing else here. It's like there was other stuff going on, which was also just not for me.
Do you think this style is on purpose of like, I have to differentiate from the shonen stuff?
I don't think they would draw it like that if it wasn't popular. I think it's just a taste, and I think it's just
so big.
I think we just don't have it, and they're big hands to touch things.
It's just so big.
No, I know. Dude, I know.
What the heck?
I know. They look like weird bug eyes. I don't get it either. Dude, but clearly there's a market for it. Clearly Japanese and or other women and or other people.
I'm falling into your eyes. No, literally I'm falling.
Too big. Those eyes are just too big.
That was a while ago.
It was, but to me it was Tuesday. I feel like it's obvious neither of us would buy.
No.
This will be returned
We don't
promptly.
have to. It's right here.
This will be returned promptly to my friend. I still have, I think, 2 other manga that he lent me that I'm going to try to poke my head into. They're also very shoujo-y, but this was the king of the trio of name recognition, which is why we covered it. Because I feel like it had been on our knowledge radar for a while, but not on our regular radar. And I'm like, now's the time. Let's do it. Brad, so this has been the shoujo arc. We have covered...
Okay, hold on.
You're going to beat me to it?
Because we're reloading this.
Okay, yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to cut ourselves off here.
Yeah.
The
sound of me getting cut.
We're going to record our wrap up right now. However, you won't hear that until after you hear the after we watch the anime,
which is not going to be now,
and then
but it will be by the time you hear this, hopefully.
You'll hear our arc wrap up, and then you'll hear us from later again after the anime, which is when we'll record the outro.
Ooh, I love punting the outro until later.
It's gonna be.
I love that.
An interesting edit. So,
yes.
anyways, we'll be back whenever that happens. Beep.
Beep. Oh, that was much too intense. And we're back. To you, it was minutes, but to us, it was like a week.
Seconds.
To you, it was seconds. To us, it was like a week of time, if not more.
Welcome to the middle, but not the end. It's the second part, but not
Don't
also
we have
the
to
end
record
part.
the end?
We have to record. That's going to come in later. There's a part after this, and then
but don't we have to
come
record
back
the
to
end
now again.
Okay.
Then it was then, and now it's now. And
when will it be? When will it be now,
then,
Brad?
and then later it will be now.
Soon. So we are back. Now, we've had time to digest, and we have just watched the first episode of Ouran High School Host Club, specifically dubbed. I'm pretty sure I talked in the episode wanting to see the dubbed version. I don't think I remember. I think I was going to poke my head into the Japanese one, and then I just didn't. I had a good time. I still don't think this is something I would very specifically seek out, but this is one if like a friend was like, we're going to sit down and watch this, I'd be like radical. Like I'd have a good time with it.
Yeah, it makes so much more sense to me, the popularity of this after watching that episode.
Yeah. It didn't, the things that I thought would translate more weren't present, but I just had a really good time. So I was talking to you at the end of it. It's like, it just looks, to my eyes, it looks very pleasing. And I think the thing we came to is that it feels Western animation inspired somehow, even though it is very not. It's very Japanese.
The specific thing that I noticed is that they took the style of the manga, which is very much that sort of like older
flowery shoujo,
right,
where everybody has terrifying bug eyes,
and they cartoonified it.
Yes, it's not just anime-ified; it's specifically cartoony.
Yeah, and when I say that, I don't mean like, oh my god, it's all wacky, but like they exaggerated things. The lines weren't as sharp.
Yeah.
Some lines were thicker here and there. Like they played into the fact that it's a cartoon a lot more.
I think the thing that got you on board and maybe we would finish it was this like, because the intro gave it to me a lot, because the intro's got a lot of thick outlines, is this feels like it was from the same time period as Panty and Stocking, which is also very Western animation inspired. And just, I did not know like that was such a like, wow, this is really pleasant to my eyeballs. Maybe just because all the animation I watch now is very anime inspired, even the stuff that's not anime.
Yeah.
Just because all of the animation techniques are kind of pulling together and globalizing a little bit. So there was, I don't know if it was nostalgia, even though I'd never seen this. It was just like, I really like looking at this, and I have no idea why. It's not like, oh my gosh, this art style is blowing me away, or like this animation is great. It was just like, this is just really pleasant to look at, even though it's the old 4:3 with the big, like this is standard def.
I have a real appreciation for using particular art styles where they work with a story and setting. So much more than like, oh my God, it's just so good looking and everything. But it's like, no, this fits the story. It heightens the story that's being told, this particular style. And I think from this one episode, I think it's working here.
I think the tone is a little different.
Yeah.
Because that's why I said the things that I thought I was getting, the more rapid firiness of it, I didn't see.
Okay.
But I didn't dislike that fact. I think the tone of it fits better. I think it told its story beats better. Admittedly, it has voice acting and you know, like they can now look back and go, how can we make this work better as a storytelling
there were definitely
thing?
higher energy parts of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's none of that, but I think the things that I'm like, man, this is really going to soar. It just was its own. It was very clearly from the manga, but it was a little bit of its own beast, and I think that's to its improvement.
Yes.
Both the look in it, the tone. I think the English dub's voice actors did a good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only one that I was like really down on was I was about to say the rich guy, but they're all rich. The like guy who's specifically got like family connections.
The
guy, the one with the glasses,
British one,
who's like vaguely British. He just sounded off, and maybe he finds his footing better, but he just seemed, both in his semi-Britishy take and just the voice he used, it just was like, I don't know what I thought it would be, but that's not it. Everybody else was like, yeah, I could see that they did a good job, but he was just he was like almost there, but just wasn't quite what I thought it was, but he was generally fine.
He wasn't in it very much.
No, he wasn't. I'm sad we didn't get to hear the big guy talk at all because that doesn't happen yet, obviously.
I think he did talk once or twice.
He did in what we
manga.
read, but not in what we watched. So I never got to. We saw his name in the credits, but we never got to hear.
That's an interesting point. He was in the credits, but he didn't talk the whole time.
Because it's probably they just made one set of credits for it because that's how anime works.
Yeah.
Western animation usually has all the specifics of who worked on the episode. Though I guess that's not right either. I don't know. But no, I had a good time with it. I still think I had the pull of like, why don't I care about this more? In a way that was very confusing. Like everything I'm seeing is good. Like the jokes are good. The way it's put together, I would go like, that's really good. But there's just like, I don't know if it's just the mood I've been in, but it's just there's something about it. But like I said,
I don't think it's a story and setting that really speaks to us.
No, but I mean, I had a better time with this one. I think figuring out the animation looked really nice was like, that's why I was like, no shame against you, bro, but it's like, this is one I would enjoy watching with friends, but not you, but I don't know what that means yet. I think that's like time period wise. Because it's not like I had a good time with it. I just felt like it was just a sensation of like, I feel like I should be feeling more about this and I'm not, and I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Because like everything I saw was good. I thought that like, I feel like you for the episode we just recorded that everybody heard a month or more ago. Like I can't, like it's one of those ones where I look inside and go, in a different way, I feel like I had that a little with Slam Dunk where everybody loves this. With this one, I'm like, all the pieces are here. And I'm enjoying it, and I have no gripes. It's just like I feel like I should be like, yeah, and I'm just like not. And I'm just caught between that and like, man, this animation is just really pleasant to look at. But like I said, this feels like this has such anime club energy parentheses uplifting. Not sometimes you go parentheses oof derogatory, but this one's like yeah. Getting a bunch of people together and watching this seems like a fun as like a social thing seems like a fun thing to do. Like, that's what I'm picturing more. I can see groups of friends that I've had in the past that I'm like, this would be great. I'd love to watch this with everybody. But no, it's weird hearing all these dub voices that I'm like, sound familiar that I cannot place because obviously I've never seen this, but obviously actors do different things, so.
Except for the main one that we definitely should have placed immediately.
Yes. Noted No Goodnick, Vic Mignogna was one of the twins. Not one of the twins, that was the other guy. Was our lead host. Who's I don't have the doc in front of me, so I don't have the blonde lead guy.
Yeah.
But there's a couple others that was just like, fuck, I know what that voice is, but I can't place it, and they're side characters, so it's like I'll never figure it out without a lot more digging. And we had to record this episode, and I didn't want to keep stopping, even though there were some bits that we went back to see some really good visual gags, some good like moments of like that's really good. That's a good choice for that.
And the big one, which is the only I think significant difference from the manga, because for the most part it was sort of shot for shot, but the one big difference
there were some bits that we experienced that did we no we the first chapter we only read one chapter, right?
Yeah.
The first chapter had more than what we saw because they eat ramen. Remember when they eat ramen, they eat cup noodle?
Oh, that's right. They cut that part.
And at one point, well, no, they didn't get there yet. Or I guess they cut it, maybe.
Yeah,
I guess you're right. Did it
before the thing that
because the episode ends with
yeah.
the... yeah, you're right, because the reveal happens at the end of the chapter. Yeah, that got cut. She never talks about her dad.
She talked about him a little bit.
No, but
like,
not in the with his girls
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
busy
yeah.
at night. There was
Yeah,
none of
not
that.
that
There
part.
was none of that intrigue, which I guess you don't need that. There's enough intrigue in this
Right.
first one. But a chapter is different than an episode with how much information I feel like
Yeah.
you can shove in it.
So the one big difference I would say, besides those couple things that got cut that
Cut
are
or
sort of
moved, or
inconsequential,
possibly moved, but yeah, probably cut.
yeah, they could do them later.
Yeah.
Was showing that the boys were figuring out that she was a girl throughout the whole thing.
Yes, and I loved how they did it because at the beginning you see a set of light bulbs and you see one of them kind of flicker on when a moment happens. And I was like, is that them figuring out she's a girl? And you were like, oh, it's them coming around on. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right about that. And then I think it's when the last one flickered when the idiot guy figures it out. I'm like, no, I was right. And then the show tells me I was right. It was them figuring out because I think it's the moment that the big guy lifts her.
Right.
And instantly his light goes on. It's like, that wouldn't be him. Sorry, I'm just still celebrating my victory of having... I like it when my... Not just that I figured out and you didn't, but like when my instincts...
Brad was wrong for once.
No, but when my instincts are right, I love... Because I'm very instinctual, so having moments in life that confirm that like your hunch was correct is very like validating for
And
me.
I definitely... I made that call because of the fact that in the manga, they don't find out until the end. And they also find out in a different way. They have like her her license, and it says she's female.
No, that's how they figure it out. It's her ID card.
Right.
But the way the last one,
yeah.
the last guy figures out, he's like, "Why are you taking so long in the changing room?" And he opens it up and sees her in the little camisole top, and she's got the boobers, however small. And he's like, "Wow,
you're a good girl."
I know, but the gender things are different and funny here, so it was funny instead of being the normal annoying thing.
Oh, but then also it's based as fuck.
Yes,
because she's like, it doesn't matter what you are on the outside. You need to
your
treat
sex
people.
doesn't matter. You should treat people like they are as people. And I'm like, hell yeah. See, that's why it's like I want to champion this more because it's like that take and the way the dub did it. Like, and I'm sure
she's like, I don't care if you treat me like a boy or a girl, just as long as you value me for who I am.
They
on
have
the
her
inside.
wearing the dress, and she does look weird in the dress, and I think that's because she doesn't. I don't think she wears. I mean, she did in the first chapter, but like she's just not a human that strikes me as one that wears dress because she makes the point of she's quote unquote wearing boy clothes because those are the clothes that are just like to the point clothes. These are comfy to the point clothes, and those happen to be boy clothes. Ergo, I'm boy voting. But no, I had a good time with it that I thought I'd have a better time with it, but I'm bewildered because it's like everything's here and I got a good time.
Yeah, I
do have a weird itch to do more of it, but like I said, I feel like I need a particular friend group, and this is again not helpful because you said this in an episode that I heard like a month ago, but it's like a sense of nostalgia for something I've never taken in.
Yeah,
and that's what I would describe this as. If I've never taken in a frame of Ouran Host Club anime. It was just very like, oh yeah, it was like a familiarity in a way that felt nice. I will say, the one thing I will say very directly is that they had English versions of both the intro and the outro theme. Honestly, were not good. I was very surprised. Not even out of taste. They just sounded, both of them. If it was one and the other, I'm like, maybe this is a tonal thing, but it's like actively sounded like a bad singer.
It was funny because
which is weird because you never hear stuff like, even like sometimes I'm like this. It reminded me of a lot of the old like late '90s, early 2000s Sonic songs that were in English, either through they made an English version or that was just the version, and so like a Japanese woman was singing it and she doesn't speak English. But it's like it wasn't that. It was very clearly an English speaker who just was like off tone or did not give enough energy. Was just like, which I've like never heard in any of these intros. It's just like very.
I thought it was
after the Foxbox arc. It was very disappointing because it was it was like I'm like, hey, good on you guys for recording a different intro auditorially. Ooh, you could have done this. Both of these were like to listen to, which I don't like being mean to, but they were very.
I thought it was funny because we started on the English dub and there were subtitles during the music, and then I started paying attention. I was like, wait a minute, they're singing in English and the subtitles are different from what they're singing.
I didn't notice they were singing in English until you said they were. And so, I think because of the off-tuneness, and I was just like, I didn't understand the words, which I normally don't.
No, we had it opposite. So I was paying attention to the words and I didn't hear the actual singing part.
I think I was just, my musical ear was very distracted. But it's like,
and then you said that and I was like, oh. So we like swapped.
Yeah, you're seeing the translated Japanese lyrics.
Yeah.
Because the visuals were the same, but you can't just do that to make an English version because that's not how music and lyricality works.
Right.
Both in rhyming scheme and or syllables or any number of things.
The lyrics that they came up with were good.
Good.
It's just the execution was terrible.
Was hurt my ears, and I feel bad saying that, but it just in thing. It's like when like a tempo is moving around and control of being is off. It's like this hurts me on a molecular musical level as somebody who's not that I have perfect pitch, but it was like
it was pretty obvious.
Honestly made me cringe, and I feel sad saying that, but it did. Both the intro and the outro. I'm sorry.
The Japanese version sounded fine. Yeah, we didn't listen to the whole thing, but
the bit we listened to also made the English version stand out even more as being off key and not great, which was again a bummer. But yeah, that was the Ouran Host Club. I'm glad we went back for that.
Yeah,
that felt meaningful to go back to.
Plus, we needed a reload.
We did. We technically did, but we needed a more specific
guys. This
reload.
counts. This counts as a reload.
We can reload with the anime sometimes. And honestly, I said I was going to read more of it. I feel like if anything, I'd watch more of it now.
Yeah. No, this would definitely be a watch, not a read.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess we do have to go back because we have to finish the old us did the ranking of everything. The thing.
Now
we don't have to do that anymore.
You're going to hear us in the past talk about how we feel about this in the future, but from now.
But then in the future, you'll hear us from now in the past, but more in the future than the past. Days of future past.
So we'll be back in just a second, but also we'll be back in a couple minutes. I guess.
More than a couple, let's be real. You know us.
I don't remember how long it was.
You know us, though. Bye. Beep. 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 So we're back from nothing because we're still here, but to you we're back, but we never left. But also we never left before to you, but we're back. So the shoujo arc. So the shoujo arc had Cardcaptor Sakura. It had Fruits Basket. It had...
May I ask for one final thing?
Yes, you're correct. Sorry, I always forget about your
You better not forget about that.
I shouldn't. That was a fun
Your
one.
favorite isekai ever.
My favorite isekai ever. Punching people. Yes, may I ask for one more thing? Is that the first thing that comes in? No, we get to Fruits Basket first, right? Fruits Basket. Yeah. May I ask for one more thing?
Fall in Love You,
False Angels. Banana Fish, the outlier.
Ring. Banana Fish.
And then ending with Ouran High School Host Club. I think Ouran High School, just the way those words came together, I always thought they were in a cult club. I never thought about it because I think my brain always thought host as in like a host to a... No. These are not actual thoughts that were had of top of head. These are long ago thoughts in back of head that were never actually looked at.
So
what a strange
Cardcaptor Sakura at the bottom.
Cardcaptor. Oh goodness, I have to. Oh fuck, I gotta order. So what? Let me distract myself by going like, what did we learn here? So what? Some of this was, or I guess intention of arc was. We wanted to do a shoujo arc for a while because we had done the other whatever these are, quote unquote demographic, quote unquote genre, quote unquote unifying word. So what? Cardcaptor was I wanted something magical girl, and I'm saving Sailor Moon for a rainy day. I don't have plans for her currently, but I have plans in that we will do it someday, but I do not know in what set.
Well, and also because we had to trick people at the end of the.
Also true, but that wasn't. I didn't know I was tricking him until that was happening. That just kind of worked out. Fruits Basket, because I remember... I don't know, did I even talk about it on that episode?
We should say this now because we didn't get to say this in the Fruits Basket episode because we recorded it a while ago.
Yes.
And apparently Fruits Basket also has some pretty awful stuff in it.
Oh, goodness.
And people
Brad,
were
why
talking...
are women so problematic?
People were talking about that on the Discord after we recorded that episode.
Like sweat. They didn't know that we had done that. It's like big sweats. Like, oof. But in that case, I never learned what they were. I think you kind of did.
If you're
why was there so
this,
much problematic stuff and all these popular...
Right.
Is it just because I don't have any... I didn't read this when I was younger, so I have zero nostalgia to fog up these happenings?
Right.
Because when you're younger, you just go, oh, obviously these are just what things are. I'm a child.
But just know, if you listen to the Fruits Basket episode and are now listening
we
to
don't know that. We didn't know.
We didn't. We had no idea, and neither of us was into it enough to continue with it.
To learn, like Cardcaptor.
Yeah, so we wouldn't ever figure it out.
So Cardcaptor was there because I wanted something magical girl, and I'm saving Sailor Moon because I wanted like one of the big boppers. Fruits Basket was one that I knew was a big one and one that I had around growing up. I don't remember if I talked about it on that episode or just to you in general of the whole like I had this like all of it available to me because of a quote unquote girlfriend at the time.
I think
she was fine. I don't. Yeah, nothing against her. That was the quote unquote is from me, and my relationship with relationships, whatever. And it was just like even back then it wasn't for me, and now it's not for me. Fall in Love You, False Angels. This whole arc wasn't for me mostly.
Yeah.
Fall in Love You, False Angels, which I wanted to, the idea of that one was a newer one because I wanted one that neither of us really knew that was from the last 5 years, and that's what that one was because it was a top shoujo winner. Banana Fish was me looking for something that was completely to go, these words don't mean anything even though we give them meaning, and Banana Fish is the ultimate thing of like, well, it was published in a shoujo magazine, ergo it's a shoujo. And then Ouran High School Host Club.
Banana Fish had no women in it.
I was going to ask you that earlier, but I was like, is that the time? Yeah, I was trying to remember. It's like, the Banana Fish, it's like, there are no women. There are men who love other men, I think.
Yeah, probably. Sure seems that way.
But there's no women in this. You know what? At least at current, the least problematic of the ones we read. This is a bit. But no, Banana Fish was me going off into the bushes just for funsies, while still technically being a shoujo. And Ouran High School Host Club was a another classic that I remembered that I literally had on hand because a friend had lent it to me and had boys in it. And I guess Fruits Basket is kind of it has boys in it, one, but not in the same way.
Well, and we didn't meet all of them yet. So.
Also true, exactly. But Ouran High School, you meet them right out of the gate. And I feel like what I learned and feel bad about is by and large, I say I don't like shoujo, but I think there's a certain flavor of it I need to find because Cardcaptor, if I could excise all the fucking pedophilia from it, reminded me of what I loved in tone from, what was it called? What was that school one we read a billion years ago that I really liked and you didn't? That I'm just blanking on super hard. It was like female focused. It was like it was like episode 20 or 30 or something. It was episode 30 or 40. We've talked about it before. Boys Over Flowers.
Oh, yeah.
I like shoujo. Like, I need another word that describes ones that are written like that. Because Cardcaptor is like that. Because it's like, not Fruit Basket. Boys Over Flowers is another one where it's like, that's one where there's like a lot of interpersonal relationships and it's fairly grounded. And it's like, I really liked my time with that one. But I think ones where it's like, there's cute boys, like there's a bunch of boys. Because it's like, I feel like a lot of the cases where it's like, I like the protagonist. I guess that's the thing. I liked the protagonist, but I had no interest really in moving forward. Because it's like, I really like the protagonist from Fruits Basket. I thought she was like a trooper and I wanted to root for her.
Yeah.
And like the gender stuff was interesting. And also just the whole like, I mean, same for the protagonist of Ouran High School Host Club. Because it's like, she's a trooper. She's this not very well-off person in the super from hard work. And it's like, I'm rooting for you. But I mean, that one's less of a, I mean, that one's more of a comedy. So that's like the stakes are a little lower.
And
but
I think that would be the central point of like shonen versus shoujo, where it's like, hey, you can imagine yourself as the protagonist here.
I have an easier time imagining or at very least empathizing with a lot of the protagonists we met in this arc comparatively to a lot of shonen, especially shonen jump stuff we read.
Yeah.
And I continually don't entirely know enough to know what that means in the grand scheme of like what the other things that shape. Like, I do feel like it'd be a while, it would probably be a year minimum, but it's like, I do feel like I would return to another shoujo one, because I feel like there's more to pick at it. To like, this is one I feel like I'd come back to. It's like, okay, we've learned some more. I've had some time to think. Let's learn some more and figure this out. And
oh my God. I just thought of this. I was saying how shoujo is dead mom and shonen is dead dad, except in Bleach, his mom's dead.
Just dead parents. Parents are dead in manga so the kids can go do things. It just happens to be that we read 3 manga where there's a dead mom. Dead mom in Cardcaptor, dead mom in Fruits Basket, also dead dad, but dead mom, definitely dead mom. Because dad is deadbeat. And then dead mom in Ouran High.
Yeah.
I want to take the shoujo protagonists we've met and implant them into a shonen setting to do a shonen story that is more interesting to me, unless it's written in the style of Boys Over Flower or Cardcaptor, which I just found the most charming and like, oh yeah, you get it. Why aren't more manga written like this in this tone of voice? And then that gets the whole conversation of, are they? And just by virtue of how localization works, that I just don't know those things. And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, shoujo, what does it mean? I don't know, but we're still going to keep using in the way I use the other monikers.
What it means is it was in a shoujo magazine.
Get ready for the Jose arc, motherfuckers. Who knows when that'll happen? Brad, any closing thoughts before we rank these suckers?
Honestly, I didn't have as good of a time with this arc as I thought I was going to.
I thought you were going to have a better time.
I'm definitely.
Oh, I keep forgetting to not talk to. Or keep talking about May I Have One Moment or whatever that one's called. But again, that one feels like the most outlet. I mean, even I guess that and Banana Fish, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think that's because it's got more light novel aura than it has shoujo aura, even though it is a shoujo.
And also, I think the only protagonist that's an adult.
Banana fish? Question mark.
I guess that counts, but that's not a girl.
True.
A woman.
A woman.
So.
Just a boy like her. maybe. Secret bonus episode where we just talk about the rest of Wise Wizards. I still haven't finished it. I read the one that you wanted me to read.
People have requested that, so
okay.
Maybe we can do that for patron bonus episode.
Oh, that's definitely a patron bonus episode, not a general feed one, but that'll be when we feel like it.
Yeah,
which is not right now because we already have one in the bank and too busy.
May I ask for one final thing?
Yeah.
What if Pretty Lady punches things?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. That's female empowerment, right?
We only recorded that last week, or was that last week? No. Was it?
What did we record with last week?
No, that was last week. Yeah.
Yes.
So you haven't read more of that yet.
No. I need to go buy it. I forgot to do that.
Yeah. Oh, right. That should be out now.
Correct. Exactly. But for you, it was Tuesday, listener. It already happened a billion years ago.
Actually, that might have been Tuesday.
Thanks, Bison. Okay, shoot. Man. It's like, yes, should Card Captor go at the bottom? Yes, but also like there's so much I liked about Card Captor and I just couldn't keep going. And I don't know if I can put it at the bottom.
Let's rank Card Captor twice.
Okay.
Pre and post
knowledge. Pre and post Madman's knowledge. Oh man. Oh, good lord. Card Captor Sakura pre Madman's knowledge at the top. Banana Fish. May I have one moment?
It's not right.
May I just punch you in the face, sir, ma'am, or otherwise?
That's better. That's fine.
What? I still have Fruits Basket, Ouran High, and I'm missing one. Am I missing one?
Fall in Love You.
I keep forgetting that one. Completely lose my mind. That's not a good sign. Oh, good lord. Fall in Love You, False Angels, Ouran High Host Club, and then Fruits Basket. But those last like 2 or 3 could be very interchangeable in a way. And then post Madman knowledge Card Captor Sakura because I literally could not stop reading it. I had to tap. I could not help it. I could not go a step further.
So
that was a really hard list. I felt bad about it.
I don't feel bad about this.
Don't.
May I ask for one final thing?
That's
at the top.
Very reasonable.
Fall in Love You, False Angels.
Yep, that was very much
2.
your tastes.
I've read chapter 2.
Hey.
It's pretty good.
Cool.
In the second chapter, the guy confronts a teacher who is sexually harassing students.
Yo.
It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Based as fuck. After that, I think I'll do Card Captor pre-knowledge.
Pre-Madman's knowledge.
Damn. Probably Banana Fish.
I was going to say, I was
after
like,
that,
do you like anything more? Did you not get on with Banana Fish?
I enjoyed Banana Fish enough. And I need to read the rest of it because I bought it.
I know, me too.
We had to buy it.
Had to buy it.
But I do want to read more.
It's intriguing.
I definitely will.
I feel like I'm reading an old anime OVA movie.
Yeah.
Even though it's like 9 volumes.
I think I'm going to put Fruits Basket after that.
Yeah.
Again, with the caveat that I don't know what happens in Fruits Basket. So
yes, pre-Madman knowledge, and that's all we have.
We don't have it any other way. And then Ouran High Host Club, and then Card Captor, the bad parts. And I feel like, for the most part, Card Captor, the bad parts, is so far away from the rest of these that it's not even really fair to compare them. Ouran High isn't bad. I didn't
and
hate
here's
it.
Fruits Basket.
Yeah,
Again,
it just wasn't for
knowledge.
me.
It's just so
Fruits Basket was
me.
more for me.
Yes.
Even though I'm still not like interested in it.
No, I'll put Fruits Basket above Ouran High. I think I respect Ouran High more, even not having to think about the Madman's knowledge on Fruits Basket. But there was bits in Fruits Basket that got my like interest up more.
Yeah.
I don't know how to rank interest to respect, but I guess it's my chart, so it's interest.
So I'd say, like, overall, like, I didn't have a bad time with this. There was just less in this arc that I, like, really grabbed onto.
I was expecting to have a better time with this arc, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just the choices I made or that's just who I am. It's like, it made me wary about ever doing a second romance arc. Because fall in love is just like, because it's like, I'm too persnickety about this. An entire arc of that, again, sounds like a thing I don't want to do.
We would have to have the Moxie romance arc where we specifically
somebody
find
would have to know
exactly for you.
Yeah. And that's not good. We will do more romances, just to be clear. This is not a no romance thing, but it's
just
like
not
an entire arc, another entire arc of them. I feel like there's so many arcs, I'm like, we'll come back to this. It's like, I'm not doing another sports arc. I'm not doing another romance arc.
We're going to have to start doing just no arcs where it's like, we're just going to grab a couple things.
But we did one of those before. We haven't done like a true grab bag arc, but like sometimes we still have another stupid arc that I think we picked a bunch of things for months ago, but it's not on the schedule yet.
I mean,
sometimes you just need a stupid grab bag one.
Sort of like the next 3 arcs are sort of stupid.
But there's one that's like of a stupid arc a sequel to a stupid arc we've done, but not in the way you'd think.
Yeah.
Not to give too much away. So, but yeah, that's the shoujo arc. I do, like I think I said, I do think I'd return to this. I think it was important that we did this. I feel like to complete, I say this set, all our normal work is the shonen arc. All the fucking shonen jump stuff is the shonen. But now we technically have that. We have the shoujo arc. We have the seinen arc. So that means we have somewhere in the distance to complete the quadrant. We have the josei arc.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
I hope Lass appreciates this.
Will I? No. That's why I always have to say the things that don't mean anything. She yells at us a lot that it's like they don't mean anything. It's like, yes, that's why I put banana fish in this arc to teach us that it doesn't mean nothing. But also it does have meaning because that's how language works.
No, but we're very purposefully not just doing shonen.
Oh yeah. That's why we did the arc. But yeah, get ready for the josei arc in a billion years.
I mean, probably next year at least.
Looking
at the list that we already have that's going out until September.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which might be the farthest out we've planned anything.
Because I've been planning out further and further because there's so many like, and this hooks into this and hooks in. Oh, we need to get to like. It's just I'm thinking ahead.
Yeah.
It's fun to think ahead.
Not to mention the drops that will happen in there and screw
to even spread that. So yeah, we're honestly probably planned for the year.
But hey, get
ready. There's some fun stuff coming.
The last drop that we are still in the middle of recording.
Yes.
It's the second week of that right now, but not when we record the after anime part of this that you heard a little while ago. Actually fit in perfectly because you guys got tricked. You didn't know it wasn't actually the cards and games arc.
Yes, that was a lie. That was a fabrication. It was never. And this isn't one of those ones where I say it's JoJo January and I changed my mind. This was the plan from the start.
We made it up.
It was written by an actor. It was not. It was written by a writer. It was. It was. I wrote it. I'm an actor.
You guys gotta. I mean, we're farming an engagement by doing that, but you guys gotta stay on your toes. You don't
know what's coming, except the arc where I asked you, "What are we doing?"
Every time,
but you don't know when that's coming, though.
Every time we start bleeping out names,
those bleeps on that last one where I specifically said, "Brad, bleep this." I'm going to say all of the arcs we're doing, and there's just beep and beep, and I love those. Those are my favorite. At some point, I'll get tired of them, and we'll stop doing it. But for right now, they're still really funny to me.
Sometimes people guess them right.
Yeah.
Then other times people guess them without even trying, and we go, "Oh my god,
how'd you do that? Stop
Why
it.
are you talking about that?
Why are you talking about this manga completely apropos of nothing?"
Like Yu-Gi-Oh! People are just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like, why are you doing this?
We had no hint that we were covering Yu-Gi-Oh! And just
had we even entered the 4Kids arc yet? Like, had we start putting out the 4Kids arc when that happened? I don't remember.
People started talking on the Shonen Flop Discord about Yu-Gi-Oh! Before that arc.
Something was in the air.
And then it started on our Discord, I think earlier on in the Foxbox arc.
But it was not specifically related to the Foxbox arc. It just was about you. And it was like, shut up.
Yeah. It was like, what are you guys? What? Okay.
But yeah, that's the shoujo arc. Catch us in the next arc, which is, I'm not telling you. You'll just have to see.
Oh, they're not ready. I mean, are they ever?
I mean, we just said yes sometimes, unexpectedly. But this time, no.
I think they're probably ready for a new Weekly Shonen Jump series to drop.
Of course. Get stopped again. Okay. Throw it to future me.
The old credits that are Actually, the new
credits.
They're in the future. We didn't record those.
They haven't
yet.
happened yet, and they won't happen today.
And not
But
in
they'll
the
have
future,
already happened by the time you hear this, because how else would you hear it?
Not in the future right now, as in a couple minutes from when we're recording this, but in the future from then
Weeks.
when we recorded again.
Who knows when? We've like a month or more. Bye. Boop.
Bleep. Okay, so that's how we felt about everything.
Everything, whatever
in
we
this
said. I
arc.
don't remember now.
Did you guys like this arc? Did you have fun with this?
Were you disappointed in our choices?
Did we trick you at the beginning of the arc? When
I
we
forgot.
said
Yeah,
it was
you guys.
the
You
Cards
at
and
time of
Games
recording,
arc?
you still don't know. You idiots don't know yet. There's so many hints. The whole, if you look back on it, there's a wiki page of all the times that I looked at the camera and went, and you
just
didn't.
earlier
You
today,
didn't suspect a thing of all of my japes.
Just earlier today when we were recording Class 2B Hero Destroyers, and you're like, oh, right, we're still in the Cards and Games arc.
We never changed our
Wink.
mind on things. Wink, but there was no mind change. It was a bit from when we recorded Yu-Gi-Oh! Part 2. It was always a bit. It was literally always planned. I'm sure there's recorded audio on some of those episodes that's like tee hee ha ha ha. Actually, there is, but it's been bleeped out because you guys couldn't know.
We amuse ourselves.
Yes. It's very much the Beast arc and this is a joke, but only for us. But yeah, Brad, I guess it's time for patrons.
I mean, among other things.
Brad, end the episode, but actually, because this time we're in a rush, but not as much as last time.
Well, we want to hear from you. Like we just said.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about these
If we
arcs.
did Shoujo Arc 2, what should we cover in it?
When we do Shoujo Arc 2
In like a year's
3
time.
years.
Yeah. One day.
So go on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com, and up at the top you can find a link to our social page.
Tell us what we should cover for the not Jonin. Fuck, what's the girl, adult woman one?
Josei.
The Jonin arc. The Jonin arc. This is I keep pretending that it's the Josei arc, and then we start. It's the Jonin arc. We're covering manga about ninjas.
Jonin. I'm begging of you, please.
Say the word right, Moxie.
Read my manga. Yeah, the best place to chat with us is our Discord. You should find the link up there. Come join us on our Discord and chat about all this stuff. Come on our Discord and complain about how often we change things out of nowhere.
Yeah. Come and complain about the major shoujo I missed. Come and complain about shoujo doesn't mean anything, and I don't know nothing.
But you can also find a link up there to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like getting to vote on certain things that we cover, as well as bonus episodes, and getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early. But, of course, we have to shout out our patrons. And so, first and foremost, at our royal tier, we have our prince, Crown Prince. That's important.
Yeah.
Slimy Okra.
I bet in the time before they hear... Actually, no, I haven't changed my mind. We've recorded all those other ones about what I'm singing. Also
at our noble tier. No. Also at our royal tier.
Yes. Unless they change their tier in the time in between.
And then you won't hear any of this.
Yes, all this will have to be scrapped.
Also at our royal tier, we have our Archduke imaginary numeral. Wow.
Whatever it is. We're doing this from memory.
Now, at our noble tier, we have our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf.
Also from memory. Thank you. Hold your applause. Actually, no, give it to us. I'm bowing rapidly. Are you gonna put in? You're gonna.
They're
put in
still
applause?
clapping.
You're gonna put an applause in post.
Let them clap.
Okay.
At our commoner
Let them
tier,
clap.
last and certainly not least, we've got Laura Carroll, Last Man on Earth, and Rena. So thank you so much to all of our patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that reading. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts on our feed. And Brad, how many more hours of podcasting do I have to do before I've paid off my debt to you?
Oh, it's not hours. You have to do 1,000 episodes.
Dummy.
You always surprise yourself.
I know. As the song says, I'm a million different people from one day to the next. Ouran.
Ouran High School Host Club.
Ouran. There was a timeline shift at the beginning when I was writing this summary over a week ago, where I was just going to go, I don't want to have to maintain the genderlessness of this human. And then I said, no, that's coward's work. I'll just do all theys. Even though that feels super obvious in writing in a way that it isn't in the manga. I think that was some of my reasoning, was that, like, I can't make it as ambiguous as the manga is, but it's like, if I just don't talk about it, I won't think about it. So let's just not do it. So I just said they all the time, I think, hopefully.
On today's episode.
Oh, we're getting steamy.
I mean, I figure
you
should do something like that.
On today's episode. I'm a little too smarmy, I know.
Don't do Haunted Mansion.
I know. Sorry. So I just love going into that voice. I got too deep. Let's do a little airy. On today's episode, I didn't think of words to say. It's Ouran Heist Host Club. But less, I'm some of my normal delivery is energy-wise in there.
Can I refill your drink?
Ooh, I like that. It's very NPR here right now. It's very
sexier, though.
ASMR.
You need to do sexier than NPR.
Sex. I'm bad. On today's I'm getting a little. I should stop. On today's episode, may I refill your drink? I don't have it. I don't have that in my body, Brad. I'm trying. I feel like it should be in here somewhere.
I think that was fine.
Okay.
I should have just finished it.
I should have.
Yeah. Meh, see?
Yeah. On today's episode, boy, there's sure a lot of boys in this manga. It's Ouran High School Host Club, don't you know?
I don't know how. I don't remember how we.
I didn't either.
Split that up.
I didn't do a Buddha.
Seat of the pants.
Yeah. I want to eat ramen, my dude. That's what I'm about right now. I'm feeling weird about anime for reasons I can't quite parse. Time. We need a time arc.
Oh, we could probably do that. Would we cover Time Stop Brave, which is a
Chrono Trigger manga?
It's an isekai about a guy who gets the power to pause time, but it's so close to being hentai, but it's not.
What do you mean? It's so close, but it's not. State your case. State your evidence.
I mean, he definitely does the stuff where it's like, oh, I stopped time and I'm like looking at girls' tits.
How is that not
stuff.
hentai?
Because nothing ever comes of it. He literally is just looking.
Oh, so just because no sex happens, it's not a hentai?
I mean, and also it's censored.
Whatever. Who cares? I don't want to have this conversation. It's not worth it. It's nothing interesting. Why did I go? I was the one that tried to go down the rabbit hole. I'm going to shut up. Let's go watch more slime. Damn.
Jesus.
Brad, remember I told you can't eat all those cookies. You'll get a tummy ache.
No, that's because of the soda.
Yeah, but you always drink soda.
And I always burp.
I'm just making a point. Just wanted to be right. Brad, I didn't remember to come out with an outro bit. Let me think about this for a second. Something about, is it the debt? It's the debt.
Oh yeah, we have to podcast for 1,000.
Yeah, no, I'll be indebted to you. That'll be the joke. So I'll ask how many are left.
You broke my
Oh yeah, the audio equipment. I did at the beginning.